Hey guys, welcome back. So today I am going to show you guys the Faber-Castell Gelatos. They have been circulating like the coloring community now ever since they came out, and I finally bought some. What I do is I'll add things I want to my Amazon wish list, and then I just check it, every now and then, because if you put it on a wish list, it'll tell you when the price has dropped. So I've been doing that. They are cheaper on Amazon than Blick Arts right now, at least. However, I put all the sets of gelatos on my Amazon wish list, and they hover around like 22 to 24 a set. Well, the Iridescents II dropped to like 17, so I grabbed it that day. So I was super excited because I finally was able to snag some. Now, I do want to tell you guys one thing. They say 15 pieces. There's actually only 12, 12 crayons to a set. But a lot of the labeling, even on Blick Arts, says it's 15. It's not 15 crayons. So just keep that in mind when you buy these sets. There's 12 crayons, and then you get a brush and 2 sponges. So FYI there. And so, yeah, gelatos are a gel crayon. They're water soluble. They're really fun to work with. I've been watching people use them, and they're kind of similar to the Distress crayon. If you don't know what that is, that's these things here. These are from Ranger. If you have the Distress inks, you can actually get the crayons all in those colors as well. But these are gel crayons, while these are not. So just keep that in mind as well. But I have been dying to get these, and so it looks like my first set is going to be the Iridescents. Iridescents II. There's an Iridescents one also. So let's show ya. Okay. So in the container, here's where you have the 12 crayons, and then these are the 2 sponges and the brush. Oh man, it's all taped in there. Let's see if I can't get that to open. Watch me untape. Nothing worse than trying to grab tape with your nails on, right? And let's see if I can get the brush out. All right, so it's just a little cheap free brush. I mean, it's kind of cool though. It's like a triangular shape. And the bristles aren't bad though. I'll still keep it around. I always collect brushes and whatnot. All right, and then we have the 2 sponges. One is like a soft sponge, one is a hard sponge. And then all my colors, if I can get them out of there. All right, so we're gonna get these out because we're going to swatch them. So the iridescents will look a lot better on black paper, but I'm going to swatch them. See if I can get them all out. Whew, that was a lot of effort. I'm gonna swatch them on white paper because most of the time as backgrounds they'll be on white. I do need to get some black paper though. Just waiting for it to go on sale. Like I said, I put things on my wish list and wait for a price drop, and then I jump on it. So I just made a quick little swatch chart that I can put in my stack of swatches. And I have my paper towel and my water brush. I own quite a few different brands of water brushes. I even have the Zigs and Caran d'Ache ones, but I keep coming back to the first ones I ever bought, which are these Captron brushes. There's like 5 or 6 to the set. 6. And it's like a super cheap set that I got on Amazon with a bunch of different brush sizes, and I just keep coming back to use it. It's probably because it's got like this insanely large water reservoir. I don't know. It's a good little water brush if you're looking for something cheap. Plus then I'm like, if I ruin it, I don't care because the replacement isn't too much. All right, so let's swatch these a little. Looking at the crayons themselves, okay, so it says Iridescents in Coral. So they do have the names on them. There's no numbers that I know of. But let's see if we can start. Let's find blue sapphire first. Blue sapphire. I tried to take the colors that were on the back and put them in somewhat color order. It's not going to probably be accurate, but whatever. All right, so when you pop off the cap, it's just this little crayon and it has a twisty, so you can keep twisting it out. Now, I have never used these, so this will be interesting. They are pretty smooth though. So I plan to like do one side here and then I'll drag it over as well because I do want to see what it looks like when you drag it. So if you've used distress crayons, I could tell you that the distress crayons are softer than these gelatos. I can already tell that. All right, blue topaz. Like the distress crayons are crazy soft. They just like glide on the paper. Ooh, this is gonna be a pretty color. Now I'm not using a watercolor paper. I'm using one of my standard cardstocks, but that's because this is what most of my, pages would be printed on. Jade. So I would rather swatch it on something that I would actually be putting my coloring pages on that I like print onto than just swatching it on watercolor paper that I'm not obviously going to use for a colored pencil project. Ooh, you can see like I wonder if it'll show up on camera. Like you can see the pearlescent, like you can see purple as the light hits it. But I'm curious how it looks once it's water activated, because like right now, setting them down, ooh, that's a pretty color. I don't see much once I put it down. So we'll see. All right, tanzanite. It's like this purplish blue. Yeah, it's like a violet color. Try not to press too hard because I notice they leave little crumbs behind. Okay, coral. I know I had that one not too long ago. Pretty pink color. Oh yeah, that's a genuine coral color for sure. Rose quartz. Oh, there it is. Excuse me. My allergies are all crazy. Utah weather, like for spring, see they do get crumbly. I wonder if the crumbs will dissolve with the water or not. Yeah, Utah spring is really rough on you. All right, amethyst. Now you can use your fingers with these too. They're water soluble, but I've seen people like just straight use their fingers and smudge them around. Like you don't have to use water. But from what I understand, it's better to use water with them because that's kind of what they're made for. But I have seen people just smear them with their fingers and make like pretty little backgrounds. They've used the sponges. All right, amber. There we go. Ooh, this one's really soft feeling. But yeah, they do leave a lot of crumbs behind. Debris, we'll call it debris. That's a pretty yellow. Like each crayon, when you hold it up to the light, you can see it does have like that pearly iridescent finish. But I want to know how that translates once it's water activated because I'm not really seeing it once I put it on the paper. And it may be because I do have to use black paper. Who knows? We'll find out. But like I said, I wanted to test it on the paper that I actually would be using because I don't often print on black paper. All right, get my brush ready. So we'll just start at the top so but I want to make sure I don't get my hands in there. right, let's get that wet. That spreads really nicely once you activate it. Remind me of the Neo colors. But it does, yep, even those little crumbles dissolve. Seems like you need a little more water though. Oh, that's a pretty color. Very, very pretty color. Oh, I like that one. Okay. Yeah, these might be more like Neo colors, or they're appearing to be more like Neo colors, where once you drag it, you lose a lot of the concentrated color, which isn't a bad thing. All right, so yeah, definitely a lot of water on the brush, and then of course make sure you wipe off the brush. Made that mistake on like an actual coloring page. I'm like, oh shoot. The jade one gets really light. Okay, can't wait to see this color because this is close to my favorite color. Let's see if I can't get that one to dissolve a little. Okay, so when I was dissolving the blue topaz, I could see the glitter. Oh, okay, now I can. Of course, camera probably won't pick it up, but if I hold it up to the light, I see the shimmer. Yeah, so I do see the shimmer on them. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like with my glitter gel pens, I'm like, look guys, it's so sparkly. And it doesn't even show up on camera. I should get like a flashlight and like just run that across the page instead of trying to capture it with a natural light. And this is a little toothier of a cardstock, so I'm wondering on my, if I use my smoother one, if these will be even better, because with all the tooth in here, this is soaking up a lot of color and water. Oh, I can see the glitter on this one. It's interesting, on some you can really see that glitter. Ooh, that one's pretty. So yeah, the color stays pretty much the same as you put it down. Again, not a bad thing. Makes it easier, because then you know, like, hey, that's the color it's gonna be. But I mean, it stays pretty much just as vibrant in that spot you put it down. Whereas, like, you know, with watercolor pencils, you lose some of that vibrancy. And if I counted right, I think there's 72 total out there of these, if you buy them in the set. Now, when it comes to open stock, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't done a lot of research on that. Blick Arts has some open stock, but not all of them. I think they only had like 12 listed, and I think they're the primary set. Like I saw a black and a red. You can buy all the sets of 12 on there. I call them sets of 12 because that's really what they are, even though the box says 15. But yeah, if I counted right, there's 6 sets. So using my old math skills, that would be 72. They do have a shimmery finish to them. It's probably easier to see on the blues, like especially now that they're dry, but I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. Oh, I hope it does. Yeah, they do have like a slight glittery finish. I noticed, let me see if I hold it up to the light. Yeah, the glitter does carry over when you pull it too, but of course it's more concentrated there. Let me grab some cardstock again, and we'll mix a couple colors and see what that looks like. Okay, I grabbed one of my smoother cardstocks too. So let's grab blue topaz. Aquamarine. I just want to see when you mix them together. And then let's grab the jade. Is this one jade? No, it is not. Okay, now I'm losing it. Did I already put that one down? No, I didn't. Okay. So I got these three here. I have no idea where I'm going to store these. I might just put them back in the container, to be obvious or honest. Okay, so of course I should have moved light to dark. Let's do that. Kind of curious too if you can reactivate these. I notice once your brush gets a little dry, they start smearing around like neo colors, which you can always, like with neo colors, you pat with your finger, but I'm afraid that'll take a lot of the glitter effect. So yeah, see, I have a line because I went, whatchamacallit, in the wrong direction. Let's grab, this is rose quartz. And pink sapphire. I just want to see what they look like when they blend together, how well they blend together. And then maybe we'll wait for one of those to dry over here and see if it reactivates. Get rid of my line there. It's pretty. Okay, let me just see. Yeah, so on this smooth cardstock, the shimmer is there too. And I know it's not going to show up for you guys. And that is still super wet. I wonder if on one of my swatches. Okay, so blue topaz right here is dry. I just want to see if it'll reactivate. It does a little, not a ton. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, they do reactivate. Just got to keep hitting it with water, but they definitely reactivate. Huh. I mean, that's good though, because then you can go back, mix another color. Let's see. I want one that'll show up on camera. Let's see with the amethyst. Yeah, it reactivates slightly. And then once you get it going. So yeah, they do reactivate like a watercolor. So that's good, because then if you decide, oh, I don't like that way that looks, I can add more colors. But yeah, I'll definitely have to get some black paper and see if, you know, how the shimmer is on there. But either way, you know, minus my foobar there. That would be a really pretty blend to do on one of my pages. In fact, this one here, I had bought the gelatos and I was like, oh, that'd be a great practice page. So I'll probably use this combo actually as my water on that page. You know, of course, going light to dark and not having a line there, but these are pretty nifty. I don't know if they're worth $20 to $25 for 12, because that's basically almost $2 a crayon. Not quite sold on the price, and if they're worth it or not. It's something I'll add to my coloring collection and, you know, play around with, and who knows, they might be more, like, these are the iridescents, so they're meant to be semi-translucent. You have to keep that in mind. So I would really like to get a set that's not in the iridescent line, and maybe even their metallics, but I plan to get one that's not in the iridescents just so I can see what those look like, since these have a translucent effect naturally just because of what they are. But yeah, still, they're fun to work with. It's another medium you can use for backgrounds or coloring a whole page. I've seen people literally use nothing but gelatos and color a whole page. So you don't just have to buy these for background, but it's fun, you know, to add to your mixed media repertoire kind of thing. Let me know in the comments below if you have gelatos, which ones you have. You know, like I said, there's those 6 sets. I'm always curious, and what you think of them, and if there's a certain paper that you have found they work better on, because this is just a first impressions. I'm going to play around on different paper. I'll grab some black paper and try out the iridescent on there. But I'd love to hear your opinion on gelatos and which ones you like, and or what you don't like about them. Like, you can share the negatives too. You don't have to be all positive. But thanks guys for hanging out with me while I swatched these and played around with them. And like I said, can't wait to start using them on my backgrounds. So until next time, take care.